first impressions reviews of the mag grip handles. Here we go. So I've got 4 different mag grip handles. I've got my wide grip, got my medium grip pronated, medium grip supinated, and close grip supinated. In general, so my goal with these was to try and replace a couple of standard lat bars in my gym. I actually like them so much that I replaced pretty much all the handles in my gym. I've been attempting to use them for a bunch of different things like curls and tricep push downs and all kinds of stuff. I'm not saying that they're necessarily ideal for those, but they work. So let's get into some of the nitty gritties of these bars, my experience, those kinds of things right now, as I've had them for a little over a month. So shipping, they do a really good job. A lot of times the shipping with gym equipment is on one of 2 spectrums. It's either way over here and they underdo it, so it comes dented, dinged, and messed up. Think Titan and things like that. Or it's way over here and they overdo it and it's really difficult to get it out. So that's been my experience with Edge in some situations, where they wrap it so tight with so much tape that you end up cutting into the equipment to get it out. So not exactly the best experience. They managed to do right there in that sweet spot in the middle. It's packaged really well, it's nice and tight, but it's not going to get dinged and everything, and it just slips right out of the package, good to go, no issues. So well done there. The build quality, so you can see, so it's this like kind of rubber, high density rubber over this nice solid steel. So I'll go ahead and let's pull this guy out so we can have some better light. So let's see, so you can see it's kind of textured rubber, so it gives you a little bit more grip, which is nice. Your hand's not going to slip when you get sweaty. You can see the metal piece here. It's nicely done. I don't feel like, unless if you really picked at this for a while, that this is going to detach or anything. There's no weird seams anywhere, again, where I feel like it's going to lose its attachment points, so that's good. Really, where we come down to the benefits of the mag grip is a couple of pieces. So first off, they call them the maximum advantage grip, which unfortunately, while that's not incorrect, unfortunately it's I think it kind of sells it short. So a lot of times, myself included, people think that it simply means I no longer have to wear straps to hold on to the bar. That is the smallest of concerns with these attachments. While that certainly is awesome and helps and expedites your workouts because you're not wrapping and unwrapping and everything, it makes supersets easier, the whole thing. That is kind of the smallest piece. What they really mean with maximum advantage grip is, so again, part of it is the hold, but the other part is because your hand comes all the way around like this, as opposed to a normal bar, you might be like this kind of thing. Because you come all the way around, it activates the lats and the muscles in the back differently. So the owner, the creator, actually started creating these because he was doing pull-ups on a bar versus like up on some rafters, and realized that for whatever reason he could do more off of the rafters because his hands were up and over. So he started playing around with that and looking, and figured out that there's actually a mechanical advantage. It activates the lats and the muscles in the back better when your hand comes up and over. You can see some videos and pictures of some old school bodybuilders who do that with normal bars. They try and pull their hand all the way over. So people have gotten to a similar point in understanding of how that works. Prime is one of the companies who is starting to make handles that rival these, that have the same function, same concept. So obviously they're onto something. But what's super cool here is again, one, you don't lose your grip, but two, that just creates this disgusting contraction in your back. One, with the different pronate and supinate handles, you can kind of rotate in or out, depending on the handle, depending on how you're pulling, which creates some more kind of torque as you lift. So if you're doing something, you know, you can kind of do one of these, which puts some nice tension, as opposed to a regular lap bar. You don't really have that extra kind of ability to twist. It's kind of like the concept of like a football bar when you bench. The other piece is that with the bar, you see this kind of camber or indentation. So that allows you to actually row the bar. So here's kind of my stomach all the way back. So let me put this up real quick. So with a normal straight bar, you get about here and have to stop. With this, you get that extra 2 to 3 inches. It makes a huge difference in how you activate all of these muscles. So it's actually weird at first to use this bar. A couple of reasons. One being that, well, you have to get used to getting your hands over. But 2 is that, again, you really need to pull all the way back to get the full use. And 3 would be that it's weird to not lose your grip at any point. Like it's not bad. It's actually awesome once you get used to it. But the first couple of sets, you're gonna kind of get into the, you would give up at the same point you would normally give up. But then you kind of go, I feel like I left like 4, 5, 6 more reps on the table. So once you get out of the mindset of what you've done in the past and you move on to your new normal, things change for the better. So excellent build quality, excellent mechanical design. So again, more range of motion here, better activation here, all kinds of awesomeness there. Really the only issues I have with them as an item as a whole is their site and their overall kind of selling model. So I had these bookmarked for a good 1.5 or 2 years before I purchased them. The main reason was because I had no idea which ones to buy. So there's a wide grip, there's a medium neutral, medium pronated, medium supinated, close neutral, close pronated, close supinated. If you don't have any idea, you would go into it and go, which ones do I buy? They're kind of really close. You don't know, there's no reviews, there's no nothing, and so you just, and you leave. So I've actually heard that from a lot of people. They are confused on which ones are the correct ones to purchase or to start with, or how do I know, that kind of thing. So I feel like they need to do something with their site. The other pieces is shipping. So these are relatively expensive handles. They're in the 50, 60, 70 range. And then shipping is another 14, 15 plus, depending on which ones you order. That hurts. So to spend a decent amount of money to then spend a decent amount more money on shipping, especially when you don't know how good these are other than from some reviews online. So one of my recommendations would be that they actually have, one is like a ranking. So what are the most commonly purchased bars, or what is their recommendation in terms of where to start? So mine, for instance, would probably be the medium grip pronated. That seems to be my favorite. It fits my body style the best. I've seen others really like the close grip supinated and the medium grip supinated. I like those as well. This one's just my favorite. So I would probably tell people to start off with the 2 medium grips. That would be probably your best test. The wide is awesome as well, but I would start off with, if you're just going to buy one medium. So if their site gave you some direction as to where to start, which one's the best, it'd be really cool if they gave you free shipping on one of these. So kind of like an introductory test model. So if they came out and they said, hey, Here's the medium grip pronated. This is our favorite. This is where we think you're going to get the real feel and experience of the mag grips. We're so confident that you're going to love it. We're going to give you free shipping when you buy this particular model. They could also give you some packaging deals, which would be nice. So buy all of them, save $15 or whatever it is. You know, those kinds of things. These feel like they really need to be on Rogue's site. It seems like you can get a couple of them on Elite Fitness. Legend sells them, and then their site. But I mean, they're black, made in the US, and just badass. I don't know why these aren't on Rogue. That would also potentially save you some of the issues of shipping costs, but that's another discussion. So that's really it. That's my only gripe is their site and kind of model. I think if they could get people in the door with that introductory piece, I think people would be really happy. I think they'd come back for more. I think they'd do it exactly what I did. I bought 2, loved them so much, I bought 2 more. So if you're starting out, medium grip, either pronate or supinate are my recommendations, and then go from there. If you're worried about, well, I mean, are they really that much different than my current stuff? Yes, they are. Stop using whatever shit bars you have and get these now. So you're wasting your time with everything else. So that's it. I'll be back in a year to let you guys know how I feel, if they're still holding up, if I bought any more to add to the collection, that kind of thing. So if you want to read more, if you want to see a detailed review, you can find it on GarageGymMagazine.com. Otherwise, let me know what you think. Any questions? As always,